Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Stock. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Today I would like to talk to you about 3 different companies. Each of the 3 I have talked about before on this channel, but I would like to talk about their current market circumstance and what I see going forward for each of these 3. And I think that you're going to want to hear it, especially if they're companies that you've also invested in. So let's move right on to it. Let's get ready to rock. Welcome back. Down in the description in this video is the link to my Patreon if you want to see my growth stock portfolio, my dividend portfolio, the weekly watch list that I put out there. I also have just put up my first exclusive video for my Patreons, and that's been pretty well received by the people who have watched it. And I plan to do that on a weekly basis is what I'm going for here. All that stuff is over there, plus there's a private Discord that we can go and we can talk stocks and bounce ideas off of each other and just try to help each other out on that path to financial freedom. One last thing, down in the description is a link to Webull. By signing up and depositing $100, you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. I get 2 free stocks for the referral, so thanks ahead of time for that support. It's the trading platform that you see in my videos, so I've used it for trading, and I really like how smooth and easy it is, and it also uses some plain language. Also within their app, they have some tutorials to help you learn how to do more with trading. So at least check it out. Even if you don't end up signing up for it, I think it's at least worth a look, especially for newer investors. Finally, subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Let's get on to the stocks. All right, so the first stock that I'd like to talk to you about is Golden Nugget Online Gaming, ticker symbol GNOG, and it's one that I mentioned in my last 2 videos, and it's of particular interest today. First of all, we were talking about it breaking resistance above 17, and it did that. As a matter of fact, it peekabooed above 18 intraday, and I'll get to that in just a moment here. Actually, we can see it by looking at this candle. The high price for today was $18.04, and that was good. It was excellent to see that price action, and I'm glad that it broke resistance. I thought that it would. We had a good day in the markets, and so it did. However, we need to be careful. If I zoom out a little bit on this, you could say that we have a head and shoulders pattern forming here, where we have this shoulder on the left, and then you have this higher peak in the middle, and then you also, it comes back down, and you have relatively somewhat equal bottoms, a little bit off of that, and then it peaked back up. But the important thing here is that it did not yet break the highs that we had in that previous shoulder. If we fail to break that high, it's possible that this stock price could reverse on us, and that's something that we don't want to see happen. I think it's unlikely, however, it is a possibility, so it's something that we want to be aware of, that as this price continues, we want to see it keep on putting in higher highs and higher lows, so that way we can sort of break what we currently see with their price action. So just be careful on this one. It's good where it's at right now. I don't know how long it's going to stay there. It could consolidate, trade sideways like we saw back here in this other shoulder. It could peak and then it could drop off. Just be careful with that head and shoulders pattern. Be careful in the case of a reversal. So the 12-month price target on this is $24, and I think that it's going to be really strong moving forward, and I think that it's going to be overall bullish going forward. But I just want to make sure that I'm not misleading you guys and to make you think that these things will just continue to go straight up. We do want to see it break the highs that are over here, and like I said, keep on putting in lower lows. We don't want to see this retrace too deeply where it's going to send us those signals. The next stock is DraftKings, and my reason for bringing that up today is that DraftKings has been experiencing a decent amount of success and also some deeper buying by ARK Invest. Recently, though, today they did end up trading lower. They actually had a decent start to the day if we look intraday. Started off well, and then the price action just died off from there. They did a capital raise, I think a $1 billion capital raise or so that they put out there today, and so that causes share dilution and it brings the price down. Usually you have some overselling when that happens, and that might be the case of what's happening here. So if we end up oversold, then we can quickly rebound and capture a few percent in the short term. But this is a long-term stock, and one I believe that the high-end estimate right now is around $100, a little bit over $100. So that's about 30% from where it's at right now. If we were looking at the average estimate for this, I believe it's around $73 or $76 or so, which again is still a decent opportunity from where we're at now. About 10 or 12% or so from where we're at right now. Take time, calculate that, see what you think about it. But that is something that I want to make you aware of. It would be the opportunity that we would see to either make quick gains off of this if we believe that it's going to bounce off of its lows and then recover some of that stock price after the sharp drop that we had there. And a lot of times the day after capital raises, again with a good market bias, if we're green in the markets, we see some of that strength come back to a stock after those capital raises or the share dilution happens. So be on the lookout for that. It might make a short-term opportunity or maybe give you a slightly better entry point if it's something that you're looking into getting, if it's DraftKings looking for an investment that you're willing to make. The last one is ChargePoint, and ChargePoint had sort of a rough day today. You can see actually the last 2 trading days it's been trading lower than what we had expected. And coming off the market lows, coming off the sell-off that we saw in a lot of the stocks, it started recovering well and then it just fell off. As part of their agreement, part of the merger, there was an 18 million share earnout that took place in this, and those shares, when they get paid out, could get paid out as compensation, and they don't have a lockout period to them, so they could be sold immediately, possibly diluting the shares of what we see, or they could be sold at any point in time. So those are things that we want to watch out for with an earnout. Also, there's another 9 million shares that if ChargePoint meets certain conditions, it's something about being up over $30 with their VWAP by 2026, that another 9 million shares could enter it, so that could also cause us a short-term drop. I think overall, ChargePoint is still a really strong play, and as time goes on and as the EV market matures, these charging stations should also mature with it. And if you're looking for a buying opportunity, now might be one of those days as we come into those lows again with this almost just under $26 closing price that we have. Let's just take a look intraday real quick. You can see after the drop that it sort of traded sideways after that. So we might see it come up off these lows again with a strong market bias that's going to help elevate this stock price, especially good news for EVs in general should be something that would help out ChargePoint, and then also company specific news that we would get would also help. So be on the lookout for that if you're looking for an entry point, or if you're an investor and you're wondering what's going on. That's what's going on with ChargePoint. All right, so let me summarize. Golden Nugget, I'm still bullish on Golden Nugget, but I am watching for the head and shoulders, because just in case we get a trend reversal where this thing flips around on us, that it ends up sharply dropping off after that and setting new lows. If we break that, I think it's like $12 or something is one of the areas of resistance. That's a very far way to fall after that. So it's something I'm being watchful on, even though it's a stock that I'm bullish on. Just because I want it to behave one way doesn't mean it will continue to behave that way. And so that's something to be aware of. That $24 price target, I can totally see it as long as we still have strong news for online gambling and esports and sports betting. All of those things would be good things for Golden Nugget. And as the states legalize and as that develops, as the states legalize online gambling, that mobile sports sort of gambling, that's something that's also going to be in strong favor of it. So those will all be catalysts for Golden Nugget, so just be on the watch out for that. It should move along with other stocks that are like it, being one of the competitors of those stocks, even if it is one of the smaller players. DraftKings has huge potential. It does have some competitors. FanDuel, I think there's been talk about them making an IPO, which bring more competition into the market. So that's something else that we want to be aware of that might mitigate the amount of market share that DraftKings would have. So just be aware of those things. Keep reading about them. Keep doing your research and your due diligence. Find everything you can about either reasons to invest and reasons not to invest, or if you are invested, reasons to stay invested, especially over the long term. If that's what you're doing, you want to make sure that you're keeping up with the stocks that you're invested in. And you can always do things to manage your risk if you need to, like setting hard stops where you set a specific amount for the share, or you can do trailing stops that allow it to go up, but if it drops by a certain amount, either a dollar amount or a percentage or by ticks, that would also be something that would sell it off. So just be aware of those things. Also, ChargePoint, another stock that I'm bullish on. It's one that I have a position in all three of these, just to make sure that I'm being completely transparent here. ChargePoint, I'm definitely bullish on that one, and for me, I have a full position in it. As a matter of fact, I'm a little bit heavy in it, so for me, today's not a buying opportunity because I don't want to put more money in where I have it. But if I was looking for a position, today would be a day, especially since it's a red day, it's a day where I would consider it. So I hope that you like what I had to say today. If you want to join my Patreon, the link is down in the description. Also for Webull, if you need a trading platform, that link's down there too. And if you decide to do those things, thank you ahead of time for the support. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked what you saw, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Share it with your friends. Remember, these videos are for entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research and due diligence. Contact a financial advisor before making any financial decisions. I'm Dr. Stock. Thanks for rocking with me. Now go get that money.